Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory, honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakodash. I want to give double honors to Apostle Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. I want to give a mighty shalom out the Akim, Aqua, stand rooting his faith and truth, day in and day out, pushing the will of the Lord. This is the brother Ayuaf from the Gary Branch of Great Millstone. Lord willing, come back again with another edifying video. And today, we're going to name this video, It's Time to Suit Up and Boot Up. And what do we mean by that? It's time to put off the cares of this world, man. We already understood when we first came to this truth that old man has to die. We counted up that cost, did we not? And now that we're getting closer and closer to the end, this isn't the time to be getting weak. This isn't the time to be losing faith. This isn't the time to be getting lackadaisical, right? We understand that this is the time that the Lord is going to come back to visit the earth that he created. This is the time that the Lord is going to bring them all to the valley of Josephat and judge these people, and us including, because it says judgment started at the house of Israel, right? So knowing these things, it's time for us as servants, as soldiers of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, it's time for us to lock in, man. Lock in more than ever, right? It's time for us to get our affairs in order, get our households in order. So when the Lord comes back, he finds us doing what, man? Being that faithful and good servant, tending to the plow like he told us to, because he said he left us work, did he not? We know that he left us work. So what should we be doing, man? The work. Slacking. I looked at the wrong thing. 2 Timothy 2 and 2, 4 through 7. Yep. All right, so 2 Timothy 2 and 4. It says, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. All right? You can't be a soldier at war worried about what's going on back home. All right? We understand that the things that's going on around us doesn't matter anymore. Now it matters in the aspect of ciphering it through the scriptures, but we're not, oh, are you going to watch that game tonight? Oh, what are we going to do for this summer? What's our plans? Or what's your 401k? Any of these type of things that involves this world, man. We're not of this world. We die with the Lord. All right? It says any man that will try to earn his life will lose it. Any man that will lose his life for my sake will earn it. All right? So we lost our life. We are just vessels bringing up this world for the Lord now. So we're not going to entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life, because this life is carnal. It's going to come to an end. It says that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? I love it in the NLT. NLT. It says soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life, for then they cannot please the officer who enlisted him. He chose us, man. We didn't choose him. We don't in that book of John. Right? So we have to do right by the Lord and make sure that make our calling and election sure. Make it how do we do it? Prove the Lord that he didn't make the wrong choice. All right. It says, and if a man strive for mastery, yet is he not crowned, except he strive fully. All right. Fully, man. We have to endure unto the end. We can't be lackadaisical in this thing, man. We can't fall off. Like, how do I want to put this? Yes, we fall. A righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets back up. You can't sit there and stay down in your sorrow, stay down in your sins, right? We can't gloat in that pity. All right. It's like your next verse. We're gonna get 1 Peter 1 and 4. Is that 1 and 4? I believe that was 1 and 4. 1 and 14. Shalakia. It says 1 Peter 1 and 14. It says, as obedient children, not fasten yourselves according to the formulas of your ignorance. Hold on. Verse 13. My apologies. That's what I wanted. It says, verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, right? Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, man. All right? Be sober. Be diligent, right? Looking forward into that salvation day, hoping that we be accounted of that number, man. It's time to gird up your loins and be a man in this thing. We're no longer children. We're no longer of this earth, right? It's time for us to, matter of fact, I'm going to get that actually now. Yep, I'm going to get that now because it goes right with it. We're going to go to, is that 1 Corinthians? Yep, 1 Corinthians 13. 13:11. Okay, yep. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. It's time to put away childish things, the cares of this earth. All right? We're no longer children. The Lord is making us into men, leaders. Yes, we have to come back as a newborn babe, but we're no longer in a childish mindset. We're no longer ignorant. We understand what we're signed up for. All right, so it's time to make your calling and election sure. It's time to fight harder than ever. Run the race so that you may obtain. Let no man take thy crown. When that says no man, not even yourself. Don't let your former self hold you back from being great. It says, for now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. Yes, we prophesy in part, man. We prophesy what the Lord gives us to prophesy, man. All right? So it's time to stand upon our watch and wait for the Lord shall give us next. All right? As good watchmen, is what he asks us to do, give them warning to the people. This is our job. Did not the Lord said, if you love me, feed my sheep? We need to be feeding the sheep in ourselves, man. Let's go back to that 1 Peter 1:13. It says, as 14 now, as obedient children, not fashion yourself according to the former lust of ignorance. Right? But as he which called you is holy, so be Salakia. Let's start over. As obedient children, not fastening yourself according to the former lust in your ignorance. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. All right? So we got to be holy. We have to put on as the elect, man. Walk as the Lord walked in this thing, man. So then when he comes back, he shall see what? His reflection in you. He said, when I come back, shall I find righteousness on earth? Lord willing, we be of that number. And it says, and if ye call on the Father without respect of persons, judge it according to every man, past the time of your... Hold on. Oh, no, we got the point. Okay. We actually first we're gonna go to Colossians. Colossians 3:12. It says, put on therefore as the elect of Yahweh, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you, also do ye. Right? This is what the Lord wants to find. These are the attributes of the elect. Are we not trying to be of the elect? So these are the attributes that we should be obtaining. Replacing the old with the new, man. Letting the old armor shed off and putting on the new armor, man. All right? We want to be of those that says the corruptible put on incorruptible. That's what we want to be a part of. So gird up thy loins and fight for what you want, man. Did it not say in Wisdom of Solomon, if thy desire be scepters and thrones, etc., first obtain wisdom? This is what we need to be doing. Obtaining wisdom and get understanding. Right? Why so? We understand why. Because we understand who's against us. Did it not say when you come prepare thy soul for temptation, when you come to serve the Lord, right? You're made a prey. A prey to who? Slovakia. It says, 1 Peter 5:6, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. So when that time comes, you want to be able to be exalted. When the Lord wants to give you that upgrade, he doesn't want to come back and like, damn, I want to give you something, but you're not ready for it. Be ready. All right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. It says, verse 7, casting all your cares upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Who's idle in the mind, right? Who he can trip up, right? Catching a snare, bring him back to the world, put him back to sleep. We're not trying to be of those, man. We're not trying to be of that number. We want to be a part of the 1/3. He says not depart from them, so ye be not partakers of their sins. He made us set apart for a reason. It's time to depart, right? We're departing spiritually so that when the Lord comes, we can depart physically. Okay? Salakia. 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 3, it says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, because we're not carnal men. We're spiritual men. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh. We're bringing down all those vain divinations, all those things that think they can stand against the word of the Lord, that they can stand with the Lord, that they can overtake the Lord. No, it's not going to happen, man. And we're going to be the ones to call you out on your false prophecies, man. False doctrine, right? Okay, we're not of the flesh, man. We're being new, reborn creatures, man. The Spirit quickeneth us, right? So move as such, right? Salakia. Ephesians 6 and 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Let's go into that word wiles. It says, infliction, this, that, these, only significant rendering other than the counted. Let's go to the etymon. Sly. It says trick, craft, fraud, right? So let's go back. It says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, they may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And then NLT says, stand firm against all strategies of the devil. Because why? Once again, he's seeking whom he may devour. Did it not say broad is a gate that leadeth to destruction? All right, we're not trying to go through that gate. We're trying to go through the straight gate. The one that the Lord showed us how to get through. The one that he's guiding us through, man. Verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We're wrestling against the things that are not seen, man. The things that are happening behind scenes that every eye can't see and every ear can't hear. All right? So gird up thy loins, man. It's time to suit up and boot up in this thing, man. Our salvation is nearer than what we believe. This is not our rest. This is the time to be fighting, man. The Lord is on his way back. Don't give him any reason to have to put you down like the rest of them. Lord willing, we're not of that number. But you know what number we want to be a part of. Give him more reason to make sure that you're a part of that number and that you may see salvation, man. I hope this video is giving you a new fire underneath you, because he's coming down with a great wrath. Matter of fact, we're going to get that before. That's where we're going to end up all. Because this is one of my favorite scriptures. It's like the more and more we grow in this truth, the more and more I grow in this truth, is making me really like see it more. It says Amos 5 and 18, want you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? What end is it for you? Are you doing what the Lord is asking? Are you giving your all? Are you making your videos? Are you reading? Are you fasting? Are you repenting? Are you praying? Are you doing your very best? We can all do better. Did it not say our righteousness is a filthy rag? We are all sinners. We can all do better. We can all work harder. There's always something that can be done. Your last mistake is your greatest teacher. It says the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. There's not going to be any joy in that day. It's a new Final Destination coming out. Isn't it kind of a coincidence? New Final Destination, because this is going to be the final destination. And where will you end up? It says, if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. You can't escape prophecy. You can't escape your judgment, man. These things are going to happen. But determining what you do on this side is what's going to help you in that last days. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, right? So in those days, hopefully you have enough stored up. Hopefully your spiritual bank account can cash out and the Lord is going to come and help you, man. Right? Verse 20 says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it. It's not going to be no joy, no hope. And are we not the hopeful elect? So those that don't have that comfort of the Lord, you are screwed. So this is not the time to be coming like it is. This is not the time to be Be in friendship with the world, man. He in with the enemy. Okay? So once again, lock in before you get locked out. You would hate for that door to close on you. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rikakarash. I want to give double honor praise to Apostle Great Millstone once again, man. And shalom to all you beautiful Akim and Aqua out there staying rooted in this faith, doing what everybody can't do, man. Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, a ball, chemotherapy 2025, man.